All right, welcome to Lose How To. So this topic is going to be about managing your digital life far as a student, managing kind of organizing your data into things. So I'm going to share one or two little programs that I use and kind of give you a folder structure idea on how to do some of this stuff. So here's like an example, Free File Sync. What I use this for is I use this to install on my flash drive so I can carry a flash drive with me. So when I come home, I can synchronize my flash drive to my folder. So I'll go through these little demos, but this is a little program I use. So I'm going to make a separate video of this part. But I just wanted to give you an idea of this. So one of the things you should do in your class is go through your stuff. Here's an example of my class, of a class. Let's go down in here and grab all our stuff. So there's a syllabus. So let's go ahead and download that. And there we go. We're going to download it. And then, oh, there's an example of PowerPoint. So let's go ahead and download that. And then whatever other materials, so like assignments. So the best thing to do is to go through it all and grab all your files that you need to do. So I'm going to escape out of that and go through here. So anything that we can download a file to would be a good example in downloading. So once we've got all our stuff downloaded, so as an example, opening it up and then viewing assessments, again, depending on how it's set up. There we go, we got the file we can download. So again, the more of the files we have to download, better it is. So like an example, I also, in my class, I also use VirtualBox, so here's what I've done. And so let's look at here we have. So here's a bunch of different files that I have going for my courses. So let's see how I would handle this. So I'm going to just go ahead and select all of them so I can copy them to the flash drive. So let's copy them, go into my flash drive. Here we go. Let's paste it in there. And as an example, let's give it a thing. So let's call it ABC College. And then in there, let's make a folder. And we're going to call it Network Plus. And see, let's find the plus thing. There we go. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm just going to grab all the files just so I have them in here. And then I'm just going to move them into this folder just for the sake of making life easy. All right. So I'm going to make a folder called handouts. Again, we can right click, create new folder. There we go. There we got our handouts. So now we can put in our syllabus or other types of handouts. And then we can make another folder called assignments. Then we're going to right click, new folder, and there we go. So I'm going to put my assignments in there. Another folder I like to create is my project. So if this class had a project, I would put it in there. And so another one, call it software. And then example, we're using this software for class. So again, and then my last one, handouts. You can do PowerPoint separately, or you can put in the handouts however you want to do it. And then, so here we have an example. zip. I mean a zip file of a PDF. So we're just going to right click and extract it here. And there we go. So now I have all my PowerPoints. So then, depending on how they're formatted, we can print these out or at least have them. So, like an example, when I'm studying myself, what I typically like to do is go through the PowerPoints first, read through them, and then make notes on it. So, like, highlight, like, okay, I don't understand this, I get this. And then, so when I'm spending my time looking in the book, I can skim through the book and say, okay, I know this, this, and this. Oh, here's what I don't know. Try reading it. Then, if it makes some sense, cool. If not, then I can jot down my question. And then when I come to class, I have my questions. So I just wanted to kind of share an idea of how you can handle this. And then this software I would install separately on the machine or on the flash drive and use it to synchronize ABC College and then all my courses. So here at this level, I would have all the different classes I'm taking. So if I'm taking whatever courses, I would just have them in here. And then, so this way you'd have two copies. That's why you want to use the folder sync. So this way, if you made some changes on your at school with your flash drive, when you come home, you run the sync program, it updates the changes on both sides. So there you're good to go. And then if you're working on your desktop and you're not, you forgot your flash drive or whatever, you can work on your files. And then when you bring your flash drive back, you can synchronize your changes. So it's kind of a nice way of keeping yourself. And if something happens, you have a copy at home or you have a copy in your flash drive. So then you're only a couple hours difference if you misplace one or the other. So again, you would just have each course here you're taking. Again, how you want to label the courses, you can label them as your course, their course number that you had. That may make sense. Normally I just name it the class, like land, CIS, whatever, and then space the name of the course. Again, you could do it however. You could do it however, like an example, you could do it how the core, how's your schedule printed out like that. You could do it that way so when did you take the class. Like, did I take this in the fall? So you could even go like, again, just some ideas. So you could go like, oh, I took this in 22 fall. So then when you took the class, or you can do fall 22. Again, different ideas, just organizing your life. So this way, when you're coming in, you have all your handouts, you have your assignments, so you have them in one place. So this way, if you're looking for them, because a lot of times if you just throw it all in your downloads, you got 2-3 courses. Keeping track of which homework is which place. This is a nice, easy way of at least knowing where all your homework is at, your handouts, your PowerPoints. And also, when the class is over, you have this material for later. Let's say maybe you're taking a part 2 of another course and you want to rehash something else. Now you have that material to rehash it with. You'd be like, oh, yeah, I remember this now as a refresher. Or maybe you're like, oh, what was that program that we used in that class? Well, now you have it because you created a folder with those particular applications. And then if you have classes that use the applications more than twice, you could either A, copy the file in there, or B, just put a note, say, see this folder. Or you can even do something like this. You could take your software and move it here. So like, here's all the software I used at my college. So I just want to share a couple different ways you can handle this. So you could do it this way. So then you got your college. So this way you sync the college folder, and that synchronizes all the files that are under it. So that's why I like to make a kind of a root folder for syncing, and then create all the different courses. So then I could have down here all my courses, and then just have one generic folder for software for all my courses. So if I have a course that has multiple software and I'm using it at the same places, that's a way of doing it. So again, go through your courses, download, you can make more categories just as just a good beginning place. Have one with your assignments, random handouts. You could even go by weeks. You could say week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6. I've seen people do that. I've done it that way too in the past as a student. I've created each week and put everything in there so this way I know what week this homework was assigned. Again, that's up to you, however you want to do it. But I just want to give you a concept of an idea how to digitally organize your studies. Then you could even have, like an example, you could even do new, and you could add books if you're buying EPUB books and they're downloadable. You can put them in that folder there and then you have them. So then you have everything right there, or you can even throw books into each class. So if you have a book, a digital book or something, you can put it right there. Make your life easier then. So again, not necessarily right or wrong ways, but at least, download all your homework, your PowerPoints, and go through it all because that instructor is giving you this resource to help you study. Because I know me as a student, I don't always buy a book. Me as an instructor tell you should buy a book. Again, we know what reality is like. So again, giving you some ideas. Throw your PowerPoints in here, and then you could take all your zip files and put them in a folder called backup if you wanted to, or originals, or however you want to look at it. So anytime you get homework in paper form, if you can scan it, throw it in there. So if you're taking a class, again, most people have camera phone, right? They have scan apps you can get for like $10. Get the scan app and then take the pictures of the paperwork, scan it as a document, and then throw it in here so you have it digitally. So that's another good useful tool you can use. Like an example, a lot of times, at the beginning of the year, we're scanning, getting a lot of documents that are signed, and then faxing it and sending it. And, we were doing is I would print it out, sign it, use this app to scan it, and then secure upload it to the organization. So it's a good way. Then I also now had a copy of the file, so now I can put it in my folder structure. So again, you can create little folders and organize your stuff however. But I wanted to give you a little example and how you can do this. Hopefully it helps. And if you'd like to see some other videos like this, please share, some comments or suggestions for future videos that I can possibly do. So like an example, I'm doing some Raspberry Pi ones coming up soon. All right, so hopefully I'll see you either in class, office hours, or in the hallway. All right, guys and girls, have a good night or a good day. Bye.